The U.S. Surgeon General shone a light on the problems associated with loneliness by declaring it an American epidemic.
That what I'm about to say is not my opinion, but it's actually what my findings have been showing for over 3 decades as the root of our problem.
He said the growing isolation in society poses a health risk as deadly as smoking.
We live in a culture that's out of sync with our nature, and that's creating a crisis of connection, which is essentially loneliness.
A lot of people claim that they felt it. I don't know if they are right or wrong, because I know that feeling is heavy. All of the spectrums, I feel like I felt it all. At a point, you'll start feeling like maybe you are destined to be by yourself, to feel like you have no one. Dark thoughts start to pop up and they are tempting, but all you really want is to just feel like you belong. The highs, the lows, the good and the bad, the excitement, the depression, the happy and the sad. I had no one to share them with. I swear those times were very dark. Nothing feels worse than being with a group of people but you still feel incredibly lonely while you're walking alone at the park. Maybe it will get better, or maybe it will be like this forever. I've kind of warmed up to it though. It feels less tenser and tenser. I have people I can crack a joke with, talk to and smile. But I would be a liar if I said deep down, the loneliness isn't eating me alive.
Loneliness. What does it mean to be lonely? Well, it seems that loneliness means a lot of things to a lot of people. The way some people might, understand or interpret loneliness might be different from the way another set of people might do it. But one general definition a lot of people can relate to is feeling like you have nobody there for you.
One of the times I remember feeling the most alone in my life was back in secondary school or high school, depending on the part of the world you live in. I was shy, I was awkward. I did kind of just follow some of the other kids around because I was trying to feel accepted, but deep down, I felt like I had nobody.
But why? Why do we even feel lonely in the first place? Well, the thing is that there are a lot of reasons. It's not like there's just one particular reason and there's a particular outcome. There are so many reasons. It's a lot more vague and complicated. But one general misconception a lot of people have is thinking that in order for you to feel lonely, you have to physically, be alone. Like if you are physically with other people, you will not feel lonely. But that is not true. You can be surrounded by a lot of people, but still feel incredibly lonely. Now the thing is that some people live in this loneliness state every single day. Some people have accepted this state as their new reality. Some people try to think about this thing and dwell on it, and this just makes it eat them alive. A lot of people might start to convince themselves that they don't need company, they don't need anybody, they are fine with being alone. But they do know that no matter how much they try to act like they don't need anybody, they know that deep down they do crave company.
When I just entered uni, I felt pretty alone. At the time, I wanted to drop out of school to chase my dreams of, being a YouTuber. But everyone around me rejected the idea, and I didn't really know who I could turn to explain how I felt or what I was trying to do. I convinced myself I didn't need the acceptance of my people, but I knew it was a lie. I just wanted to be heard.
Even though looking back now, I'm glad I didn't drop out. Only God knows how that story would have gone. So what I was really craving wasn't the dropping out. What I really was craving was acceptance. What I really was craving was connection. What I was really craving was company. What I was really craving was just a solution. I didn't want to feel like this anymore.
The silence, the thoughts, the voices I heard, the quiet, the noise, disturbing my head, the feeling there's no one, it's just me. I felt the reasoning of having no one to my debts. I'm lonely, all I just want is some friends, some people who would love me and be there. A partner I can hold hands with, a girl, but I never got this sense, it's just me, yeah. Oh fuck, because I'm fucking done with always feel like I'm the only one. I just want to feel some fucking love, I just want to feel some fucking trust. Then I found out there's a whole lot more I can do if I want the loneliness gone. I first of all have to love me more, then find out I can know, like and trust.
So how can we actually fix this loneliness thing? Like, what is actually the solution to this problem? The very, very first thing is to go outside and meet new people. It will probably feel daunting, it will probably feel overwhelming, it will probably feel scary. But as impossible as the concept, sounds and all that, there are people that actually genuinely like you for you, or there are people that actually would genuinely appreciate you. There are people that actually would genuinely respect you for who you are. People that have the same values as you. People that make you feel respected and loved. They actually do exist out there. Turns out you're not going to find these people by sitting in your room by yourself. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself in a position to find them. I'll be very honest with you. It probably might not be rainbows and sunshine that you just walk out of your house and all of a sudden you have found the perfect friend group, or the perfect social life, or the perfect people. You might have to go through trial and error. You might have to meet some shitty people first. You might see somebody and think, wow, this person is perfect, just to spend more time with the person and find out the person is one of the worst people you ever spent time with. It seems that as long as you keep being you, and as long as you keep trying to put yourself out there and meet like-minded people like you, if we're using common sense and probability and inevitability, you are inevitably going to find people that like you for you. You're inevitably going to find your people. You're inevitably going to find your tribe. You just have to actually go out there and find them. They're not going to come and look for you. You have to go and look for them. Next thing you have to do is to become comfortable in your own skin. If you don't make peace with yourself, you're always going to try to use validation and acceptance and love from other people to try to fill this deep void, this deep hole that is inside of your soul. And not just want like attention from other people. You're going to fall into stupid things like bad habits, distractions, things that are just not going to help you, because you're trying to fill this hole. You're trying to love yourself. You're trying to use these things to make you feel loved. But the thing is that is never going to get you anywhere. You are going to continue to pour and try to get and pull more and pull more and pull more. But this hole is like bottomless. This hole is never going to get filled up. This hole is just going to continue taking more and more and more. The only way to fill up this hole, the only way to fill up this void, the only way to fill up this space inside of you is to love yourself, is to treat yourself properly. And how do you do this? Is by doing the right things, doing things that are good for you, doing things that are going to help you move forward, things that are going to help you move closer to the goals you want to get to, not things that are pushing you away from those goals. You have to use your own love, you have to use your own respect, you have to use your own validation. Fill up that void that is inside of you. You have to do the good habits, you have to do the right things, and most importantly, you have to do the things that also get you closer to God, because at the end of the day, God is the only one that can really make us whole. Jesus is the only one that can really save us. A combination of finding, the right people and people that are good for you, people that actually care about you, and doing the things that are going to actually move you closer to your goals, doing things that are good for you, doing things that are going to fill this void inside of you, loving yourself, respecting yourself, treating yourself properly. Combination of these two things, for a lot of people, depending on how bad the situation is, but for 99% of people, doing these things, finding people that are good for you, and also doing things, loving yourself, filling yourself up with validation and respect, is going to eradicate your loneliness.
I'm very sure you just enjoyed the video you watched right now. If you want to learn how to digitally express yourself online, that's using technology to create, to be an artist, just click the first link in the description. That's going to show you my entire creative process of how I come up with ideas to how I make the finished product, and how you can do the same for yourself also. Just click the first link in the description.